And the headline is "Value of a Marijuana Trademark is More Than Just Bag Appeal." Now, this article was authored by my friend Luke Zimmerman, who's an intellectual property attorney. And what this reminds me of, and I want to get this out to all the people out there that are thinking of getting in this industry, when I bring people in that want to start a cannabis business, we go to a cannabis accountant first, because I want the accountant to take a look and see and recommend what kind of a business structure they want to have. The next thing we do is take a look at the potential intellectual property in the business, from trade secrets all the way to trademarks. For a lot of attorneys, you can identify the trade secrets, put together non-disclosure agreements, try and protect people's intellectual property that way. But when it comes to trademarks, there's a problem in the United States because cannabis is illegal under federal law. It's a Schedule I drug. The U.S. Patent and Trade Office does not allow you to get a trademark on a cannabis product. But I've worked with Luke many times, and what we do here in California is California does allow you to register a cannabis trademark. So you can get your trademark, but then Luke does a search, feasibility search at the U.S. Patent and Trade Office to look for names so that you can get merchandise. He'll register your merchandise for you at the federal level, get it registered at the state level, so that as you move forward, you can do the utmost to protect your trademark. Now, for someone operating in a state like California where they allow you to register your state trademarks, it's a little bit of a leg up. But if you're an MSO and you're in multiple states and you're trying to get your trademark protected, it creates a ton of problems. Because if we get to a point where this leaves the status of Schedule I, either to Schedule III or gets clear out of there and goes maybe to ATF, and you will be able to register those trademarks. But once that happens, there is going to be a rush of trademark applications for cannabis products at the U.S. Patent and Trade Office. So what I recommend people to do, if you're starting in this business, is have a top-to-bottom review. Now, Luke's got legal masters in both United States and international intellectual property law. So he's someone I like to recommend, but there are other IP attorneys out there. Omar, you may know some you work with.
Well, my law firm provides those same services. Yes.
There you go. There you go. I don't do taxes, and I don't do IP just because I'm old and cranky and say fuck too much. So what I like to do is get people to put eyes on this that know what they're doing. And I'm actually understanding this, but to do deep dives, I let people who run these feasibility, and a lot of people think that they've got some, marvelous name like, 420 or Canna or Humboldt or whatever, okay? And the unique names are the ones that tend to survive the trademark disputes. Something like Shazam or something like that. Okay? Because they're so unique, nobody else really has these common names in their trademark. But this is a battle you should start fighting early, because if someone violates your trademark, then you can get injunctions and orders for disgorgement. There's a lot of things you can do. These are going to be battles going forward. And also, I caution people to have someone review the trademark to make sure you're not infringing on a non-cannabis trademark, because we've seen a lot of people do that out there. They'll sort of capture another trademark, maybe change a little bit of the dressing around the name and the trademark, but it's essentially somebody else's well-established trademark. So this is something you should do early. And Omar, I'm interested in your thoughts and your experience about this, because I want people to be protected and ready for the battles early to protect whatever they work hard for. This is back to you guys. What do you all think?
It's absolutely doable and commonly done as an intellectual property strategy, specifically with trademarks. Like you say, you can register at the state level in California, but there's no intent to use in California. So you actually have to have your product in commerce in order to register. But we've done lots of trademark registrations. At the federal level, you cannot register cannabis itself, but you can register legal hemp products. So many of my clients have developed parallel product lines consisting of federally legal hemp products and registered those and gotten those on the principal register. So that's a successful strategy. Registering T-shirts is not going to protect your trademark.
It doesn't protect your IP?
The T-shirt idea is based on a total misunderstanding of trademark law, and so that will not protect your IP because there's classes for trademarks. So you might register your T-shirts, for clothing, but that only shows the source of the goods. So if you're putting that tag on the clothing itself, yeah, it would protect it, but just having a T-shirt with whatever trademark you want emblazoned on it and registering that's not going to protect your cannabis trademark. And so, something interesting that my law firm did, this was a pro bono project. We got the first certification for the equity trade certification. And that's for businesses to show that they're equity trade businesses. Kind of like we were inspired by the Fair Trade Coffee certification. And so we registered with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, and it's now recognized the equity trade certification, and it's used by many equity operators to get their products on the shelves and to stand out in a crowded marketplace.
Interesting. Very interesting. You have any thoughts on this, Jenny?
I don't have a lot. No, Sheila Gibson's also another amazing IP attorney, and I love each good lady. But yeah, no, I think the skills showed us, they learned the hard way that you can't infringe on non-cannabis patents. I believe they got slapped by imminent months.
Interesting.
And so if you're looking for a name for your trademark, please look up the spectrum of distinctiveness, and that will show you that a descriptive mark, like just cannabis dispensary, is not really trademarkable, and that the best trademark is what's called fanciful, like a made-up name, like Google. That's the most distinctive type of trademark name.
Like Shazam, one of those made-up words.
Well, Shazam is no longer a made-up word, and now it's trademarked. But yes, like Shazam when it first came out.
Shazam! Oh boy. Well, we're going to go to our next commercial.
Put that genie back in the bottle, Jason.
Yeah, we're going to go to our commercial, and we're going to be right back.